42 grams of protein baked into a traditional Brazilian corn cake, and it actually tastes like a real thing. I know how that sounds, but as a biotechnologist and former athlete, I don't put my name on food that performs badly in the kitchen or falls apart nutritionally. The reason most people stop baking with protein powder is that most protein powder ruins the texture completely. This one doesn't, and the science behind why is worth knowing. By the end of this, you will have the full recipe, the 3 swaps that make generally functional, and exactly when to eat it for maximum performance. And the first question gets straight to the thing most people have already burned themselves on.
Protein powder. In Food is Weird asks, does protein powder actually hold up when you bake with it, or does it just ruin the texture?
Most protein powder go rubbery or grainy when you heat them, and that's why most people stop trying. The reason tropically works in this recipe is the formula itself. The coconut milk powder adds creaminess to the butter. The monk fruit and stevia add sweetness without extra sugar, and the pea rice and pumpkin seed protein blend integrates into the butter without fighting the other ingredients. I mixed 60 grams, about 2.5 serves, directly into the traditional corn cake batter and bake it at 180 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. The cake came with the right consistency, the right moisture, and the flavor work perfectly with the corn base. The enzymes in the formula are partially deactivated by heat, but the protein structure and the amino acid content stay completely intact. The protein does its job. The cake still tastes like cake. Tell me in the comments, have you ever tried baking with protein powder and had it go completely wrong? Because almost everyone has, and almost everyone gave up after that. Now here is what surprised me most when I actually broke this recipe down, because corn gets underestimated badly.
Corn cake is just dessert asks, isn't corn cake just a dessert with extra steps? How is this actually functional food?
This is the part that genuinely surprised me. Corn is the base, and it's doing more than people realize. It provides complex carbohydrate that releases energy more slowly than refined flour. It contains lutein for eye health. It adds fiber that slows digestion and feeds your gut bacteria. And here is the specific interaction that matters. Carbohydrates from the corn triggers an insulin response, and the protein from the tropical blend blunts that response and slow digestion further. That carbohydrate-protein pairing is exactly what sports nutrition research identifies as the ideal post-training combination for glycogen replenishment and muscle repair. You are not just eating a cake, you are eating a recovery tool that was engineered by accident by my grandmother's generation, and that I've just made intentional. Right, let's get into the actual recipe.
What goes in? This recipe asks, what's actually in this cake? Give me the full breakdown.
2 cups of sweet corn kernels, 1 cup of milk. I use soy milk because I'm lactose intolerant, and it actually improves the texture. 3 whole eggs, 1.5 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of margarine, 1 cup of wet flour, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, and 60 grams of tropically protein. Blend the corn with milk, mix in eggs, sugar, and margarine. Add flour, baking powder, and the protein powder. Mix well, pour into a greasy pan, bake at 180 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. The 3 eggs are doing a serious work here. Binding the butter, contributing 18 grams of complete protein, and adding choline and fat-soluble vitamins. Every ingredient is contributing with something. Nothing is a dead weight. This next one surprised almost everyone when they see the numbers. So stay with me.
How many calories, though, asks, what's the actual calorie count? I need to know before I commit to this.
The whole cake is approximately 2,540 calories, which sounds like a lot until you slice it into 10 pieces and realize you are looking at around 254 calories per slice, with 7 to 8 grams of protein. Now here is the honest problem. 300 grams of sugar make this traditional Brazilian comfortable food, not daily performance food. But 2 simple swaps change that completely. Reduce the sugar to 1 cup and replace the rest with monk fruit sweeteners. That alone removed around 400 calories from the whole cake. Use soy milk instead of regular milk. These 2 changes bring the whole cake closer to 2,000 calories and meaningfully improve the profile without changing how it tastes. As a biotechnologist, my rule is this: reduce it, don't eliminate it. That's the difference between a recipe that sounds healthy and one that actually performs like one. If you are finding this useful, a subscribe helps more than you think. It's free and it keeps this kind of content coming.
When should I eat this for gains asks, when's the best time to eat this? Before training, after, or does it matter?
Timing matters here, and it's worth getting right. The strongest case is post-training. Within 60 to 90 minutes after your session, your muscle are priming to absorb amino acids for repair. One slice delivers protein, carbohydrate to replenish glycogen, and the functional ingredients from the Tropica formula all in one hit. It feels like a treat. It's functioning as a recovery nutrition. Morning with coffee is the second best window. The protein and the fiber will hold your hunger well into mid-morning, with beets, toast, cereal, or nothing every time. The danger zone is the late at night after dinner. That's when your body is least likely to use the calories for activity. When I was competing professionally, I learned to treat food timing as a part of training. Same food, different timing, completely different outcomes.
Can I eat this every day asks, if I make this with the leaner version, is this something I can eat daily?
With the 2 swaps, reduce sugar, soy milk, yes. This is stored in the fridge for 3 to 4 days without drying out, which matters if you are meal prepping around a busy schedule. I work rotating 12-hour shifts and I need food that's ready without thinking. 1 slice as breakfast, 1 slice post-training. That's a practical daily protocol. The pumpkin seed protein in the Tropica formula adds magnesium, zinc, and iron that are chronically low in people who train hard. The acacia gum quietly feeds your gut bacteria every single serve. The turmeric has a real evidence behind it for reducing post-exercise inflammation. This is a comfortable food that's also doing a job. That combination is why it actually stays in your routine instead of disappearing after one attempt. Here is the recipe one more time so you can write it down. 2 cups of corn, 1 cup soy milk, 3 eggs, 1 cup sugar plus half cup of monk fruit, 1 tablespoon of margarine, 1 cup flour, 1.5 teaspoon baking powder, 60 grams Tropica lean protein. Blend, mix, bake at 180 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. Slice into 10 pieces. Eat within 90 minutes of training or as breakfast. Refrigerate the rest. Brazilian comfortable food made functional. 42 grams of protein baked in, and macro profiles that actually support recovery, and it tastes like something your grandmother would make. If you make this, drop a photo in the comments.
I wanted to see how it's turning out. Subscribe for more science like this. It's free and it might genuinely change how you eat.